Welcome. I am Lisa Lovestone. I am a Reiki master and a practitioner. I am a oracle card reader. I also use dowsing rods and pendulums for help with answers, help with direction. Anyway, for right now, I am here to do an oracle card reading. Now, I did a live oracle card reading a few days ago, but the internet where I'm working currently is really bad, and the whole live video never actually downloaded onto my channel. So all the conversations we had, all of the information that I gave, it's all gone. And so what I'm going to do is go home. I need to bring a couple of things home and check my mail. I'm going to go home and hopefully I will still be able to upload this live video onto my channel once I get home where my internet is really strong. Um, okay, so since that's gone, I'm going to go ahead and use this deck again because I feel like it brought a great message for us, Native Spirit. So I'm just going to use it again. I've just blessed the deck. I've just blessed my space. So just going to shuffle it a little bit more. Something I was going to talk about today too is a tea I've been drinking. It is mostly for inflammation, but also for a cleanse. Obviously, when you cleanse, you remove the toxins that cause the inflammation. That makes sense, right? But my fingers are kind of a yellowish orange from chopping up so much turmeric lately. So I chop up small pieces of turmeric into small pieces, and then I do the same with the ginger. And I get a small pan and put it on a really low heat on the stove. And then I stick a tablespoon of coconut oil in there. And I have some Ceylon cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon is the cinnamon you want if you're going to be ingesting it. And then, now you don't need it for rituals necessarily because it is expensive. And when I say rituals, I mean for like cleansing, whatever. A ritualistic thing that you might do. Hi everybody who just tuned in. I'm Lisa Lovestone. Please forgive my hair. We have had so much rain in Georgia that my hair is incredibly unruly, and plus I've been doing stuff to get my hair to grow because I started losing a bunch of hair after I turned 60. And so now I'm not really losing hair anymore, but it's really thick. It's really, blah. I almost want to just shave my head. Anyway, here in Georgia, we were having a serious drought, and we might still be in a drought. I don't know. But we didn't have rain for over a month, which is unusual for us. And then we've been having rain, and it's like 90% humidity or 100% humidity. And my hair, which has a lot of natural wave, gets all kinked up and curly. It's just unbelievable. So I've had it up in a bun for days. And but I wanted to let it down to do this live chat. Let me see, happening here. What's happening here? Hanu, Jewel. Hi, Gorish. Hi, Tiger Blood. Oh, bye, Tiger Blood. Ranu and Deependra. Hi, Madhur, Jidan. Anyway, welcome. Welcome. So I'm getting ready to do an oracle card reading. I was just saying that the internet where I'm at currently is really. Hi, Coney Stanton. The internet here is really bad, and my last live video never uploaded, so it's nowhere to be found. It's gone forever. This is a wonderful reading for the month of May, May. So I'm doing this card reading for the rest of the week. This will be for your week. Well, okay, so Atira, when you want to ask questions and such, this is a reading for the collective. That means it's for me and it's for you and everyone else who sees this video. If you want a one-on-one, you need to reach out to me, and then that is something that you will pay for. And I'm not saying it's going to cost a lot of money, because it isn't. But depending on what kind of a reading you want will depend on the price, the work you have to put into it, the time. But I'm not trying to rip you off. I'm trying to give guidance for free whenever I can. I hope that you can respect that. It takes time to cultivate yourself with Reiki, and it cost me a lot of money to get my Reiki master attunement and certification. That cost me a lot of money, a lot of my time, a lot of practice, learning to do these cards intuitively. That's, you have to take time with your cards and develop a relationship. So I hope you understand. Okay, so thank you so much. I appreciate that you guys are here. So this is for the week that we are in currently, and this is for all of us. So if it speaks to you, that's wonderful. If it doesn't, it might, like tomorrow or later today, you might be, oh, that Lisa Lovestone lady, she said something about that. And you're going to go ding, ding. You never know. So always be open to the possibilities of whatever, right? Expect the unexpected. That's what Bashar says, right? All right, so let's get started. I have a lot to do today, but I just wanted to get in here and do this and give it the love and the care that it deserves and that you all deserve. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Like I said, we've had a lot of rain. The Savannah River is getting filled up again. Thank the gods, the old ones and the new ones, right? Okay, so I'm just asking for some guidance for this week, for myself and for the collective, from my guardian angel and from my spirit guides, and any help from anybody else's spirit guides, that will be great. There's a message that we all need to hear, then let's hear it, right? Oops, that one really wanted to be read. It flipped right out of there. I love it when they jump out, because then it's like, Ah, yeah. Okay. We've got our cards. They're really jumping out. So somebody needs to hear something, even if it's me. Okay. So again, these are my native spirit cards. Again, my name is Lisa Lovestone, or Lisa Lovestone-Gifford. Either. And I currently live in Georgia because I am a military mom and my son was stationed here at Fort Gordon. And so, but he's not here anymore. He's in California living his best life with his brand new wife. So, anyway, yep. Life just keeps going on, right? All right. Oh, interesting. Okay, I've never pulled this card before. Medicine woman / man. So whether we are a medicine woman or a medicine man, let's see what this has to say. I love that picture. I think it's a sunrise. He's greeting the day. Hopefully you guys have greeted the day as well. It's good for our spirit when we greet the day and give thanks to the sun for coming up and bringing life. Okay, so intuitively, I'm feeling that I spoke on this before. The sun is medicine. It is healing mentally and physically because it gives us the vitamins and the nutrients we need to be healthy. So if you've been sitting in the house playing Xbox all day, get your little butt outside and go get some sunshine. And better yet, take your shoes off and stand in the grass barefoot. Or if you've just got dirt outside, stand in the dirt barefoot. It is so good for you. It is so good for you. And people who are mentally healthy get sunshine. Okay? So that's the first thing that's coming to my mind is, whoops, let me turn that around, is the medicine of the sun. Okay? Obviously, we don't want sun 12 hours a day. It's going to burn our skin, right? And dry out our hair and make it fry. But, 20 minutes outside, go for a walk, stand in the grass, go hug a tree, take deep breaths, the deep ones. We need to do that. We need to do that. Okay. So intuitively, that's what I feel led to let you guys know. I definitely get sun every day. You'll notice I'm not white and pasty, I have color. Obviously, I'm protecting myself a little bit as I age. All right, so the book says, I love to read the books that come with the cards because it's very teaching and telling. There's a lot of information there that we could really use. Profound inner and outer healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. You are a sacred healer. You are a medicine woman / medicine man of the soul. Your native spirit wants you to know Every indigenous culture has a tradition of healers. Now, everybody is indigenous to somewhere, whether you're indigenous to Ireland, whether you're indigenous to India, whether you're indigenous to Africa, or if you're a Native American indigenous person, Eskimo, whatever, right? So your native spirit wants you to know that all cultures have healers. Depending on the culture, they're called medicine men or medicine women. Shamans, tohungas, kahunas, sangomas, or curanderos, among others. Now remember, everyone who calls themselves a Reiki master, everyone who calls themselves a master at something, everyone who calls themselves a shaman or shaman, it can be said either way, doesn't always have the best intentions. So you need to allow yourself to be intuitive, listen to your gut. Okay? I've met a shaman who had very good intentions, and I've met a shaman who calls himself a shaman, but everything he does is against the shaman religion, the shaman ways, the shaman teachings. Everything he does goes against that. Okay? So I've met Reiki masters who I'm like, how are they a Reiki master when they are so full of anger, judgment? They want to compete with other Reiki masters. No, no, no. We're all Reiki masters working for the greatest good. There's nothing to compete with. Hi, Sarah. Sarah, are you bored? Huh. Well, hopefully you won't be bored now. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Even pastors, right? Pastor of a church, right? They have affairs with people's wives. They molest people's children. I mean, it goes on and on and on. We have to always ask for guidance so that we are intuitive and protect ourselves. Sarah, I'm a Reiki master and I also do oracle card readings. I'm in the middle of an oracle card reading and I'm just expanding on what the reading is. I always talk about, I'm 61 years of age. So I have some wisdom that I like to share with the rest of the world. And this reading is for the collective. That means it's for you and it's for me. And it's for anybody who comes upon it. I don't have a religion. But I do follow Buddhism to a small degree. No, of course I don't mind. All right, so let me get on with this. All right, so in every tradition, there the individuals who we are able to call upon or who they are able to step between the worlds to gain information, wisdom, and healing energies from their spirit allies. When this card chooses you or us, we are at the advent of healing an emotional, physical, and mental wound, or many wounds. Additionally, a powerful healing force is activating within you. So I know that it is me. Just got, how do I say it without being out of line? our teachers. Sometimes we go to them and we do learn, but we have to be so, so careful. So, so careful. And I'm just having to place a lot of extra protection over myself. And others are placing extra protection on me. You know, from the universe, from all the spirit guides, the archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael. I call upon them all the time because in our world today, and I don't know, always, probably always, you know, there's always been darkness in the universe, and we just have to be very careful. Move on. So, a powerful healing force is activating within you. So, hopefully, other people are on a journey, and this is speaking to you in some form or fashion, whether you're aware or not of what the universe is bringing you to in alignment with. So, the journey. So, this card, we're still on the same card. Okay. Nature is one of our greatest healers. I just said that because of the sun and the grass and the trees. So spend some time with the trees, soak up some sun rays, and dance in the rain. You know, it's been raining. I haven't danced in the rain. It's going to rain again tonight. Guess I could do that. I haven't danced in the rain probably since I was 19 or 20. So I was back in like 1984, 1985. I lived in Wyoming, where you could feel free to do things like that because the population is so small. There's the only people who are even paying attention to you aren't even people. It's the deer and the antelope, or the eagle, or the hawk, or the snow owl. So everything in nature has the intrinsic ability to restore itself. You're a part of the natural world, so you also have this innate ability. Often healing needs to occur on the inner planes inside before it can manifest on the outside. So when you have been harmed and you have all this anger inside of you, right? And it comes out in your words, it comes out in your action. Angry person, you drive like a angry person. When you order coffee, you get angry and impatient. But when you heal, or when you're in the healing process, you start driving like this, playing some happy tunes, and you don't care what's going on over there. If they're not driving right, you're not going to start with your road rage because you're at peace and you're healing, right? When you're ordering coffee and they get it wrong, you're not going to get angry. You're going to go, oh, this isn't the coffee I ordered. Could I please have the right coffee? You're polite and you're just carefree. Like, you know, it didn't happen to you personally, right? It was an accident. And you don't get angry. That's how you know you're healing. Okay? So, often healing needs to occur on the inner planes before it can manifest on the outside. To assist this process, focus on what's great and let go of what isn't working. I just did that recently. This is not working for me anymore. I can't do this anymore. Swipe left. Literally in my life, I'm swiping left. I'm letting go of shit. Don't want it around. It's not serving my highest and greatest good. So let go of the good things, or keep the good things, let go of what's not serving your highest and greatest good. Hold a vision of the solution that you desire. So Bashar speaks on that a lot. Having a vision and hanging on to that and focusing on the vision. How would you like your life to be? And then it'll slowly start to manifest. Be patient. Trust the recovery as it is occurring in its own time and its own way. Okay, I hope that's helping out somebody in some form or fashion. Okay, this is a card I've never seen. Tracker. And I'm going to guess this is the river in Utah. That's my best guess. I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm right. All right, let's see what Tracker has to say. Let me see what it says to me first. Always with the sun, sunrise, sunset, bringing beautiful colors into nature. The water's just flowing around that bend. Just around the river bend, right? Just around the river bend. What does it say to you? Just peacefulness and stillness comes to me when I look at this card, not like lots of words of wisdom. Let's see what it says. QRST. Tracker. Let me find it. Okay, here we go. The meaning of the card: focus your intent and your passion on one thing. Right? What did we say towards the end of this card? About a vision. Now we're being told they're connecting pieces like a puzzle. Focus your intent and your passion on one thing rather than being scattered in different directions. The river goes in one direction, typically from the north to the south, right? Be single-minded in what's truly important in your life. So if your mind is muddled about what to be focusing your vision on, what's very, very, very important to you. For me, if you've been watching me, following me, my son Micah, he is number one. I love him, and he's always, every day, every second, very important to me. Secondly, what is important to me is kitty cats. I rescue kitty cats. I am the mom of a cat colony here in Georgia, and I had 30 cats. I now have 9. I've had several rescued and adopted. And I also trap cats in other places so they can get spayed and neutered so they stop spreading. There's over 20 million stray cats in the United States. That makes me really, really sad. More cats don't have a home than do. Spay and neuter, please. All right. Be single-minded in what's truly important in your life. Let everything else go. Track the unseen, but very real stream of energy to that which you desire. So that means what's real. I mean, according to Bashar, just about anything can be real. So this card is not on that specific wavelength. This deck is a little more grounded here on Earth. Your native spirit, who is true to your nativity, whether you come from Ireland, India, Mesopotamia, whatever. We all have native spirits, native ancestors. Trackers have the ability to be so focused that everything but their goal disappears. What you see around you is the result of what you focus on. When you direct your thoughts towards the good, you attract positive experiences and people into your life. The law of attraction, simple, right? Gratitude, thankfulness attracts good things. So every day, be grateful. Shout it out, write it down. Today will be my peaceful day. I am grateful that the sun is shining. I am grateful for the rain. I am grateful for this green grass that I can put my bare feet into and it feels so good. I mean, the list can just keep going on. Just find something to be grateful for. When you direct your thoughts towards the good, you attract positive experiences and positive people into your life. When you focus on what isn't working, you create even more challenging situations. That's a tough one. And it took me a long time to get out of that mindset, to pull myself up out of that mindset. I used to be, oh my gosh, February, March used to be the most horrible months of the year for me. And I don't know why, but for my whole adult life, I would get so deeply depressed and I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then all of a sudden, spring was coming. I was feeling better. The sun was shining and I was okay. But the last few years, I haven't had that happen. And but I focus on the good and I don't get overwhelmed with, you know, the things like I used to. It just, I think when you come to a peaceful place, things don't overwhelm you because you have all this peace inside of you. So, yeah, we don't want those really difficult and challenging situations stressing us out all the time. So really focus on the good. When you wake up, today will be my peaceful day and I will be at peace. And I will not let anything take my peace away. I'm going to hang on to it, like hang on for life to my peacefulness. If you aren't pleased with the direction in your life, concentrate on what you desire, not on what you don't want. To develop inner power, focus intently on one thing. So if you look at a tree or a flower or just the cloud in the sky, focus on that and then focus on its beauty and its purpose and get everything off of your worries. All the attention is going to that cloud, to that flower, to that tree, to the river. Watch the river go, right? And all those worries start to fade away in the background and you can find your peace. Focus intently on one thing. Being scattered in a myriad of directions dilutes your strength. right? So if you take a vitamin every day, I take a liquid vitamin because it's more bioavailable, right? If I was to take that spoonful of vitamin instead of taking the spoon and swallowing it, if I poured it into a glass of water, I would then dilute the vitamin, right? And then it's not as powerful, it's not as potent. So if I focus on that spoonful of vitamin, get it in there, right? It's not diluted. I hope that makes sense. I try to keep painting a picture for people that they can comprehend. So being scattered in a myriad of directions dilutes your strength. Devote your attention to your family, right? And if you have an abusive family, we could talk about that, okay? We don't want to put a lot of focus on that. If you have a family who supports you and who loves you, definitely focus on that. I know a lot of teenagers, they think that their parents suck. Maybe they do, but maybe they don't. Maybe you just think that because you're a teenager. So get real with yourself and try to figure that out. If your parents are actually really trying, you need to soul search and thank them for really trying to be a good parent. It'll be very good for you to do that. But if they really suck, then I'm sorry. I had sucky parents and I get that. But I was not a sucky parent. I was a good mom. I still am a good mom. Okay, moving on. Devote your attention to your family, your community, possibly your career if you have one, your relationships, your hobbies, or anything that you're passionate about. If you're passionate about if you're female and you want to have 2 or 3 girlfriends that you can rely on, depend on, talk to, and know that they're not going to gossip about you, that's good. That's a good thing. And you want that in your life. That's something you can focus on, developing that kind of relationship with other females. Or, some guy told me once that he didn't have any friends and he really kind of envied me because I had good friends. And he said, men don't have friends like women. It had never occurred to me that they don't. But I think that was his generation, possibly my generation as well. But my son's generation, my son is 30, he has great friends in females and males. He has a tribe that's huge, and they are wonderful friends who have always stood by him. So he still has friends from grade school that came to his wedding, were part of the wedding. So yeah, either he's just really lucky or it was his generation. I don't really know. Um, let's see. Diminish activities that aren't essential to your goals. And it will be just a matter of time before miracles begin to occur. And I feel like I cannot stress this enough. If you watch the news, you're going to lose your joy. You're going to lose your peace. Just don't watch the news. So how do you know what's happening? Well, you'll know. People will talk about it. But sitting there watching the news, letting all that negative energy into yourself, into your home, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't watch the news. Don't do it. Okay. Diminish activities that aren't essential to your goals, and it will be just a matter of time before miracles begin to occur. The journey. Write down how much time on average that you spend on different activities during the day. If there's anything non-essential that doesn't feed your soul, find ways to diminish it and focus on what's truly important. I've been on Facebook for about 45 minutes today. And really, that's more than I even wanted to, but I was just trying to reply to people. And there's a couple of people who create content that I really enjoy. All right, so that's the tracker. So the Native American trackers, right? White man used the trackers to track down criminals or track down somebody. They used the Native Americans to track stuff down because the trackers would be hyper focused on what they were tracking. So track your progress, track what you desire. Something that's going to feed your soul and enrich your life. Ancient Forest. This looks like a good card. Ancient Forest. So what does this card say to you? What does it say to you? Again, it has that peaceful feeling, right? If I was sitting there right now on a rock, I would feel so peaceful and surrounded by love and care. Nature, it's the best place to be. Better than Disneyland. Forest bathing. If you've never done forest bathing, I highly, highly recommend it. Just go in the forest, sit in your comfy camping chair or sit on the ground or sit on a log, whatever, and just listen to the sounds, the birds, the squirrels, the chipmunks, you know? Listen and listen to the trees kind of sway to the breeze and the leaves rustle. Peaceful. Bathe in that. Take a bath in that. Cleanse your spirit. Your roots go deep. Incredible, radiant, healing strength is available to you and grows within you. We all have that ability to heal. It's inside of us. Reiki practitioners, Reiki healers. We're not the healer. We're the helper of the healing. Okay? Heal is inside of you. And the strength is coming from you and from the divine. And we are the in-between that helps bring everything together and focuses that energy on you. Okay? We're not magical in the sense that we are the great healer. Nobody is the great healer. We're focusing on your ability to heal yourself and bringing that energy, right? And helping you. Okay? We're taking what's already there, like alchemy, in a sense. Then we're taking strength and guidance and wisdom and love and grace from divine. And we're adding that into the mix. Okay? We are not the healers. Okay? We're the helpers of the healing. So the healing, the radiance, it all grows within you. Do not doubt your abilities. You're so much more than you can even imagine. There's immense, unseen, but very real support around you. Everybody has two spirit guides. Everybody has a guardian angel. Call upon your guardian angel every morning. Guardian angel, please help me get through this day. Please keep me safe. Please keep me protected. Spirit guides, please help me with guidance and intuition so I might mentally and spiritually be strong and wise. You are loved and cherished. Even your higher self is filled with love. Okay? We are here in this body, but we have a higher self, the spiritual part of ourselves that doesn't go into the body, but acts kind of as a guiding light. And then when we pass away, the spiritual part of us that's here, that's living here, and our higher self reconnects and becomes one again. One in mind, because as humans, we don't remember who part of ourself is, but they're always connected in a sense. You are loved and cherished. You are grounded, stable, and strong as your spirit reaches high into the heavens. Your native spirit wants you to know throughout the world. Those in indigenous cultures revere what are called the tree people. The powerful life force of trees can bring healing, strengthening, and grounding energies. The kind of tree might vary from culture to culture, but the reverence and gratitude for its beneficial energies are the same. The ancient forest is alive with native spirits. Additionally, each tree has an individual spirit, especially powerful and resilient. The forest can survive the hardest conditions because of the mutual support of the spirit of the entire forest. Your greatest strength is silent and deep. Hi, Piscean priestess. My moon is in Pisces. My sun is in Aquarius. Oracle card reading. I'm doing an oracle card reading for the collective, for all of us. The forest can survive the hardest conditions because of mutual support of the spirit of the entire forest. Your greatest strength is silent and deep. It doesn't need a show of force. It just is. You're welcome. Inner power is found through contemplation, reflection, and meditation. Sometimes it comes from times of growth and change. Other times it springs from surviving and conquering painful situations. Adopt a tree. I had a favorite tree that I loved to hug, and when we had Hurricane Helene, my favorite tree got wiped out. And they took it away. I haven't found a new favorite tree since then, and I probably should. But I just hug a tree when I see one that looks like it's good for hugging. Adopt a tree. It can be one in your yard or one in a nearby park or wilderness area. Talk to the tree. I definitely talk to the trees and I thank them. I thank them for keeping the ground from flying away in the wind because they keep their roots, keep the ground intact. I thank them for their shade. I thank them for their oxygen. And I just thank them, like, thank you for being you, tree. Touch the bark. Give thanks, and by doing so, you create an energy connection with that and that will continue to nurture you no matter how far away you are from your adopted tree. Trees are the best huggers. Yes, they are. I love hugging trees. And this book is correct. I need to find a new tree that's my favorite tree. Need to get my butt out there before it gets too hot. Sometimes here in Georgia, it's too hot to be alive. It's just unbearable. This is our final card. Oh, you're sorry that my favorite tree got wiped out from the hurricane. Me too. It was really hard to see all those trees down. Really hard. So we have mountain. Sacred mountain. This looks like Peru. I believe this is Peru, somewhere near Machu Picchu. Those people are also indigenous. In Michigan. Oh, yeah. I lived in Wyoming for 25 years. Yes. Yeah, the poor trees. They're so forgiving, though. They keep giving and giving. They never stop giving, do they? Because even if we burn firewood, the ashes enrich the soil and bring new life. So they give till it's never ending. It's a never ending cycle of giving from the trees. So Sacred Mountain, again, we have sunrise or sunset. It's kind of looking like sunset to me, like the day is coming to an end. I would not want to climb all those stairs. Ugh. Looks like a peaceful village. Yes. I have to pick up trash all the time. I have a kitty colony that I feed every day, and there's a homeless encampment near them, and the trash is always there. I'm always picking it up. Be still and take the time to move into the silent place within yourself. Please like and subscribe, people. I would love that. Thank you. It just occurred to me to say that. After 60, you're happy if you can remember anything. Which is sort of true, but also not true because I have a pretty good memory for being 61. Be still and take the time to move into the silent place within yourself. Locate your internal source of power. Meditate. Wait. If you're like me, I got so sick of being told to wait, I wanted to just snap. Oh, waiting sucks. Do not move forward until it feels right. Surrender to the stillness. Breathe in and let go. Do not take action. If you observe rather than react, you claim your power. Every time you react, you lose your power. Every time you refrain, you keep your power. Your native spirit wants you to know from the vantage point of the sacred mountain, your power grows. In silence, you'll find your sacred witness. It is the dwelling place of your soul. In peace, seek and discover your truth. Move past the bustle and clatter of life into sweet quietude. If you're in pain, don't lash out. Go into it until you find the source so that it can be healed. Where is that pain coming from? Where is this anger coming from? I'm so angry, but why? Oh, because my parents sucked. Okay, so let's heal that. What did they do? Do. Let's get that healed. Take away its power to control you. Get it healed. That's the beauty of Reiki. That is the beauty of Reiki. I'm a completely different person because of it. Go in until you find the source so that it can be healed. Resist the temptation to indulge in feelings of stress, urgency, and emergency. So again, don't react. You lose your power when you react. People, everything's an emergency, everything's urgent. Hurry, hurry, hurry. We got to do this. Blah, 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 blah. Those are not your people. Those are not your people. And if you're one of those people, go within, get healed. Get healed so you can be your true self. That person is not your true self. We were never meant to be like that. No. Your power is born in silence. This peace gives birth to your serenity. Seek solitude to listen to the voice of your higher self and awaken your inner wisdom. Travel to the peaks of hallowed mountains. And if you can't do this in person, travel in your meditation. Imagine yourself on top of a high peak. You can see the world in all directions. Wherever you encounter them, the spirit of the mountain will deeply appreciate your gift. I skipped a line. Imagine yourself atop a high peak. You can see the world in all directions. Give thanks and offerings to the mountains. Wherever you encounter them, the spirit of the mountain will deeply appreciate your gift. So maybe you can bring some water in your canteen or your water bottle. Pour a little puddle of water right there. Thank you, mountain. Thank you. So that's it for the reading today. You're welcome, Piscean Priestess. So I have to go feed my kitty colony, and I need to run home to check my mail. So I hope you all stay blessed this week. Find some peace. Breathe deep. Let all that stress go. Feel it leaving your shoulders. Feel it leaving your neck. Feel it leaving your body. And focus on something. Focus on a flower. Focus on a cloud. And then think about what you want. Maybe take a picture of something that you want. And I hope it's not a mansion. I hope it's not a mansion or a Lamborghini. Focus on somebody walking through the forest peacefully. Take a picture, print out a picture of that. Let that be your focus. Let that be your heart's desire, to be able to walk in tall grass barefoot through the field and be peaceful. To have peace is to have everything. Okie dokie, people. Peace, love, and joy to you all. I will go home and get this downloaded because I don't think where I'm at I'm going to have enough internet to make that happen. Blessings, blessings, blessings. This is Lisa Lovestone, out.